Barbie.
Yes, I'm known as Tour Guide Barbie.
Okay.
Yes, one of my clients who
Why
is
did
now
you
a
name
lender.
that? He's like, I'm known as Tour Guide Barbie.
He's proud.
I am proud of this shit. They're just mad because I'm prettier. That's all.
For the victory lap though. Whoa, whoa, they ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should overcome, what for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands and stormy shore.
All right. Welcome to Season Media Podcast. Welcome back, Tim Gaffretta. I don't know what he has in his head. I'm your host, Chris Chavez. Welcome to Season Media Podcast. And today, we have a special guest, Breanna McCormick. What up? Golf clap, golf clap.
Thanks for
And
having
as
me.
usual, Jeff Carducci in the sunglasses. And if you guys look there, that's where you are.
Oh,
okay.
there.
There you go. So you know what,
Gotcha.
but we are recording on all cameras. And I just want to say, great idea on these shirts.
Awesome.
Enterprise Health Company. You
This
guys
is
made
supposed to say bourbon, by the way.
you guys
not
made,
beer.
You guys made
Bourbon.
awesome shirts.
We'll give
Tacos.
Yes.
bourbon.
Well, I mean,
If we
beers.
go together, then we'll get beer and tacos.
Well, the thing is,
It is
it is.
are those
Yeah,
guys?
it is
Taco
Taco
Tuesday.
Tuesday. But the thing is, I think this is a little bit better. I mean, this is a given, right? Beer, you'll do anything for beer, but
Mine
tacos.
says bourbon. Stop reading beer. It
Tacos.
says bourbon.
Okay, bourbon. This says
Bourbon.
bourbon, apparently.
That
but
one says beer.
Tim Gaffreda, the gentleman who cannot read or count.
Yeah, we like to welcome back Tim Gaffretta. And he goes on these hiatuses for every other week. He'll show up, work,
Was
and
he
then
here last week?
no, he wasn't.
No.
He wasn't.
Good job
No,
out
I
of you.
was.
He wasn't.
You have one appointment a month.
I
and it
had
has to be when we do
responsibilities.
that.
Sorry, I had responsibilities.
Yeah, his responsibility was finding those sunglasses. All right, skipping out on the podcast, and then now he's wearing them.
In his
So.
defense, he did have an appointment that month.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Month? Sure. Seriously, did.
Hey, watch your language.
Hey, you know what? At least he's keeping up with his client, right?
I agree.
All right.
He said it's all about his clients.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
okay.
heard it.
That's redundant.
Thanks.
All right, we do want to grow a following, guys, and it is growing. So follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. All right, hit that like button. All right, and follow us everywhere you go.
We love the support.
All right, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
How do you like the setup?
This is sick.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh yeah,
I like the
everybody.
new.
This is a brand
Yeah.
new setup. I just want to introduce everybody to the new setup. Okay, we have the nice logo in the back for a big screen, and we do have
Yeah.
some things going on behind us. So we're gonna be. So here's what I envision.
Real quick, why is sports not on that channel?
Because no one's watching this TV right
They're
now.
looking right at
Logo.
the camera.
Logo.
I know, but I don't want them
Logo.
watching
Logo.
sports.
Yeah,
Logo.
they're here
I
to
don't
watch
watch
us,
them
not
watching
the
sports. I
TV.
want them watching us.
So what is that in the
CC
background
Media.
then?
Huh?
What's that?
What do you think it is?
CC Media.
It's the logo.
Cool. Carducci and Chris. Media Productions.
Where's the T?
There's no T.
Never
I
It's
see
had-
this.
How
CC
many
Sports.
conversations?
CC Sports Podcast. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, what I envision is like to put some like figurines back there. I think you love it because you're a
Bobbleheads.
figurine guy.
Figure.
You know, some cool signs behind us. So that's something that we're gonna incorporate here.
What is
Very
that
soon.
figurine, by the way?
I got that in Punta Cana. I don't know. It means like I'm gonna kill you or death or
You
something.
rub its
I
head
don't
and
know.
you sell another house
Sounds-
or something.
Yeah.
Sounds
I'd say
positive.
rub its belly, but there's not much of a
But
belly there.
welcome, Breanna McCormick from McCormick Legacy Estates Professional Realty. Woo!
That was a
Holy
Man, that's a
long
mouthful.
name.
Wait, what is it? Say it again.
Say it again, faster.
We'll slap.
McCormick. Hang on, I gotta look at it. Ah, shit. McCormick Legacy Estate Professional Realty.
You got it.
I had to ask her
McCormick
3 times for the
Legacy Estate
email.
Professional Realty.
So her email,
cool. Yes.
her email had to go on the second line. You know when you're like typing up a
yeah.
Microsoft Word
It's like you're
document.
sending an offer and that company's like
Right.
whole thing doesn't
I'm
fit. And
that
you gotta
company.
stretch it out and then
Right.
type more in.
Exactly.
I'm
So
in
I was like
brokerage.
font 4. to fit it all on one line. That's how big her email
Sorry,
was.
guys. It's
Font
true.
4.
Font 4.
And you know, font 4 is like this. Like you
sure
have,
it
Did you
wasn't
take out the
3.5?
magnifying
you have to
glass?
take a
Like-
magnifying
Can you
glass to
imagine
read
sending
it.
that to some
Hold
of
up,
the
let me
agents?
put on my
Oh God.
readers. Hold up.
Can you fax that? Maybe I can read it
Can
better.
you text me your email? It's like a 4-arm text message. I'm like,
The
holy
one agent
Yeah,
asked me,
it's
said,
long.
"What's your fax number?" I said, "It's 1985." Like what? 1985.
Nice.
That's my fax number.
Okay.
well,
You can email me now.
Breanna is the newest brokerage and mentor.
That's
All right,
cool.
newest broker and mentor. Congratulations,
Thank
golf
you.
clap.
Thank you.
All
All right.
That's awesome.
So, first off, how long have you How long you've been a broker?
I've only been a broker for, I'd say it's almost a year. December, I was licensed December 2018. Didn't really get rolling and open my doors until January 2019. Was in the process of making the transition from my prior brokerage. I'd been licensed for 2 years before and then started.
So, what got you to wake up and say, you know what, I want to become a broker?
Well, honestly, I looked into.
I want more
creating-
headaches, so I want to become a
Yeah,
broker.
right. I want to be exhausted. I want to. No.
How can I make my life harder?
Right. How can I make this so much more difficult? No, honestly, I have kind of a mission and a purpose as to why I opened it. That's a great question. When I worked for Berkshire Hathaway before, I noticed, obviously, as a new agent, a ton of your commission is getting just sent into what feels like nowhere land, nomad's land. And with a big company like that, you don't necessarily see the benefits. You don't see where it's going. You don't see maybe how it's helping people or not helping people. It just kind of floats off into space.
Right.
I at one point looked at creating a team with another agent from that company, and we just felt like it was really unfair, the type of cut we'd have to split with our basically team members underneath us. And it just felt like
So
robbing.
by the time it dribbled down to them,
It was like nothing.
There's
Nothing.
nothing
Yeah.
left.
Nothing left on the bone.
And I'm like, they are going to be working basically just as hard as I am as an agent. Why on earth? And how can I sleep at night feeling like, yeah, this is fair?
How can you be competitive?
This is okay.
Yeah.
Right. And how can you be competitive? There's nothing that would be able to set me apart other than customer service skills and who you are as a person is really what makes you a good agent. It's not even about the biggest and best of things. So my transition started happening once I realized I really felt like the structure, the way it was set up, was not fair. I noticed a few things that I felt were not fair for the consumer as well. And so I made some of those changes. But the biggest reason that I moved is 10% of all proceeds, every commission that walks through that door basically goes into a charity account. And I'm in the process of,
that's awesome.
yeah, it's,
What's the name of the charity?
well, we haven't made the charity yet. We just
It's
have
too
an
long.
account.
It's too long for her
It's
to
too
say.
long. You wouldn't
RDC
remember
sales
anyways.
team, advertising.
She's
fund.
working on an
Yeah.
acronym for
We're
it.
working. I figured I better get the brokerage under control first with
okay.
the first year.
That's a really good idea. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. The goal
I'd be
right
excited
now.
to work with you and help make that charity bigger by doing more deals with your company.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
That'd be good.
Thank you. And I feel like consumers and agents alike, it's going to draw the right agents to the company. They're going to have the heart to see a mission happening, not just business, not just livelihood. They're seeing kind of purpose. For instance, right now, what we're saving for as a missionary couple that when I used to be youth pastor and I used to teach college theology, I trained and sent out people into different cultures around the world. And they are still currently working in these cultures. A couple that I love dearly are in Thailand, and they take orphans from the Thai-Burma border, bring them over into Thailand, help them, train them, give them social skills, economic skills, and house them because they have nowhere else to go. And then at the end of the school year, per se, they do go back to their culture, and then they're considered valuable. They've brought economy, they've brought skills, and then they're not sold into slavery.
We actually took
Wow.
Timmy G there, but they rejected him.
Send him back.
Wow.
The sad thing was it was in a potato sack.
Wow.
They're like, wow, this is rotten. So, so Timmy,
Yeah.
becoming a broker, is that something that you would consider doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always keep my options
Yeah.
open. I actually have a question for you. What is the hardest challenge that you faced getting it all put together?
that's it. It's getting it all put together. It
Okay.
is the process. Everything has 3 steps ahead that you have to do to get 1 step forward.
Gotcha.
If it makes sense. You have to have all your ducks in a row. And
Mm.
sometimes deadlines and timelines, and whether you're retaking a broker test like I did or not,
We could edit
it
that part
really yeah, well, that's all right. It's true. I'm not going to pretend it's easy, because it's
We've all
not.
heard that the broker test is hard.
So
Yeah.
okay, that's a good topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The realtor test versus the broker test. I know a lot of realtors now that are still struggling with it. I mean, some people have taken it 10, 15 times, and they finally passed.
Yeah.
I mean, after you failed the first time, when does that discouragement start to set in?
Exactly. Well, thankfully, and I'm not a test taker, so it's a miracle that it happened. I did pass the exam the first time, the real estate exam, agent salesperson. When it came to the broker exam, it took me 3 times before both sections were passed.
What's the national average?
Oh, who knows? I don't even want to know. I
5.
didn't want to know. It's discouraging.
I wonder what
Shitty.
the average is on the sales test.
I would imagine that it's pretty high because that
It
test
is.
is not.
It's not easy. It's not that it's not easy. It's
I
that
thought it was.
the
I thought it was
I
very,
got
very
lucky
easy,
that
but
time.
I mean, standardized testing is the same way.
exactly.
So, I mean,
I was never a good
the
standardized
broker's
test
test,
taker.
from what I've heard, is actual questions, where the real estate test is more of what you learn day in, day out in your classes. It's
Yeah.
almost verbatim.
Right.
There's some trickery, like any
Yeah,
test.
there's trickery, for
but
sure.
for the most part, it comes from the books. Now, with the broker test, I've heard that it's reformatted.
It is.
It's not exact. It's not even close to what you're reading, and that's what makes it
Right.
difficult.
It is
That's
a
where
whole
experience
different
helps
world.
a lot.
Yeah.
You know, life experience in real estate, and I actually think to get real estate license, I actually think it should be a lot harder.
I was gonna say
absolutely.
from
I
a
think the new
from a
agent
C
should
student,
have to be
and that was
underneath
me
someone,
as a C
honestly.
student growing up. I would be happy with a C, and I passed that test the first time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I studied my ass off, but it's still a pretty challenging test.
Yeah.
I'm not the smartest
definitely
man in the world. I think the real estate test, it took me 22 minutes, and I came out.
22 minutes? Are you serious?
I swear to God, I
Not
came out
me.
and she goes, "Is
It's like
everything
freaking
okay?"
Rain Man walking in there.
She
I
goes,
did-
"Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I failed." And she's like, "No, you passed. It's just." Then I'm like, "Oh shit, she thinks I cheated." Like, 'cause it was so fast.
Oh.
So horrible. But I was like,
No, I finished it. In
I
like
knew that I
30.
couldn't fail
Did you?
because
Yeah.
my
I
whole
was
family's
pretty
in real
quick on it,
estate.
I think.
So I knew I
Wasn't
couldn't
20
fail.
minutes.
It
Between
took
the
me
grammar and everything
I
else.
took
I
it,
studied
you
hard.
take it takes 2 hours for the test. All right?
What
I rem-
test?
That's what they give
the
you.
real estate test, you know, that
They
took
give you.
the one that took you 20 minutes. Okay, they
I
give
didn't
you
go back to any.
they give
answers
you
and
2
check them.
hours, I believe. I'm going from memory here, and it took me an hour and 50 minutes because I
Wow.
went back because you know how you can check
Yeah,
if you
and
want
you
to
go
over
back
it?
and you then
Oh,
choose
yeah.
the incorrect answer.
I
yeah.
checked.
Exactly.
I think I checked every question.
Seriously?
Oh.
Wow.
I don't remember.
How do you do that?
Oh my
I
God, I
could
don't
not.
Then they
No, no, no.
well,
Go with
for
your
me,
gut.
They gave me like a pad of paper and a pencil.
I'm
I
not a
think.
gut. I'm
Yeah.
not a gut
Yeah,
guy.
right.
I always overthink everything. I'm not. That's not me. And I think that's probably the problem.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
what's the
that's when
worst
you change
case
answers,
scenario?
and that's when you get them wrong.
Worst case
Exactly.
scenario, you fail your test.
Always
Yeah.
pick B.
Well,
if you
that's the
don't know.
thing. But
I
as
would do
Breanna,
B.
so
It's C,
here's the thing, though.
guys.
When
It's
you
C.
when you fail your test, not once but then twice, then that doubt sets in. That confidence goes down. You go in that test center thinking that, oh my gosh, if I fail, I'm done. I'm giving.
Dude,
up.
I could fail a thing 20 times, and the 21st time, I'd still think I'm gonna pass it.
See, tests are weird.
Well, that's
tests
good.
are
You have to be like
test,
that.
especially that
Tests are
particular
hard.
test. They only have so many questions that they can ask. You
So
know
they have
that,
to
right?
reword
True.
them.
Like,
Yeah.
they only
Yeah.
have
I'm
so
gonna tell you
many
what,
words.
man. That
It's like a
Kramer,
mixed
that
bag
Kramer,
of which ones
I
you get.
crushed that Kramer. I crushed it every time. I'm like, dude.
They were basically verbatim from the Kramer.
But the thing was,
I
I
never did
remember
the
the
Kramer.
questions. I'm like,
I
oh,
couldn't. Hey, to be honest, I couldn't afford the Kramer. Real story.
okay. So now you opened up your office in Menor.
Yes.
So tell us about your location in Menor.
So with the state, you need usually a brick and mortar address for where they can come audit you, where they can come, and they say you need to have the public able to come
You
in.
can't have it
now.
in your basement, basically.
You can, but your basement needs to be open to the public, and it needs to be able to have the state come
We
in.
can go there and use the bathroom.
So,
I've got a sidebar.
My
on
brokerage
that
is in my
after we're done
basement.
with that.
yeah.
How does EXP get away with that?
I don't know. I don't know what they do. I'm learning a little bit more about these up and coming brokerages that have just
Yeah,
exploded.
the cloud-based
Yeah,
brokerages that are
yeah.
coming up.
Maybe they do have a brick and mortar location that they just
Sure they do
don't
somewhere, yeah.
necessarily. You know, you're doing
Just not in this
It's like what we
area.
all do. Everything is
Right.
online, and we're mobile, and very few of us are actually sitting in an office all day and actually even need an office. It's more so for me. It's a meeting place for people. It's open to heck any of you guys. You want to come in and meet with a client at my place?
Absolutely.
Go for it.
Can you
know,
imagine
I'll
if
give you the code,
Can you
jump in
imagine
there.
if we met in my bedroom? We were doing this podcast.
That'd be a little odd.
That'd be a little
Yeah.
weird, right?
I went
weird.
into like Howard Hanna and been like,
Yeah.
call him. Hey, can I stop in? Oh, come on in, Jeff.
Yeah.
If
I
I'm
mean,
in Madison, why not?
Right.
it's great
We all work
networking.
together.
Contractors, inspectors, people that you're doing business with, to be able to extend that space.
Yeah, I think a level
is
of
cool.
professionalism is going to be required, especially when you become a broker.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Did you have some?
Well, would
So
you
Tim
buy a
said-
house just?
I'm
good.
talking about professionalism. He's looking at me
He's
with his
over here
like.
with
with
these
those glasses
neon
on.
glasses.
And we're all wearing.
He's like, I
beer
know
and
exactly
taco
what you're
shirts.
talking about, Chavez.
I think that we should cheers. We've never done a cheers
We need to
on the
cheers.
podcast.
All right, so we'd like to cheers to Breanna becoming a
you.
brand new broker
Yes,
in
congratulations
Metro
on
Ohio.
that. That is a hell of a
And
feat.
so she is working on the office now. When's going to be the grand opening for the
opening.
office?
I don't know. I
All
still
right,
have a
we don't know when that's going to
couple-
be.
hopefully it's either fall or spring, one or
Yeah.
the other. I need to still get a couple TVs in there. My promotion.
Grab one of his. Chris has like 11 TVs.
Yeah,
in
just
here.
grab one of
Grab
mine.
one.
That's,
You
yeah,
want
I'll
the?
take,
You want
can I
that
have
one?
two of them? I want this
Can I have
one
two?
and that one.
Yeah.
Is that one 7 inch?
She
Pick.
didn't even go for the big one.
I'm sick.
That
of,
would be
I'm
good
sick
for
of
the
staring at these
conference
TVs all day. God damn.
You
My
need one of
God.
those touch boards. Though,
Yeah,
for
right.
that.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That would be
Yeah.
sick.
I've
Those are
looked
cool.
at those things. Those things are ridiculous.
I know. I've seen them. I'm like, those are amazing. If I ever have a storefront type, I think that'd be worth it.
Is that what you want to do? Like what's the? Do you mind going over goals for the future?
Yeah, sure. So I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, what the future holds, nobody is. My agents that I have coming on board, I'm not out directly looking for a ton of people. I could have a ton of people right now, but I'm being extremely picky. Looking for people with kind of the same
I think that's smart.
mission,
If
same
you're free to,
direction.
you're out.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
not about growing big really fast.
She wants the
Yeah.
glasses.
The glasses are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So yeah, I could see it turning into, a decent size brokerage. If it ends up taking off, it takes off. And it's one step at a time. This year it's getting my feet wet with everything you need to know and everything you need to do to
Right.
stay compliant. And from there, I just hired my first agent a couple weeks ago, and she's doing great.
Who is it?
She's fun to train. Who is it? Kelly
Kelly.
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Kelly McLaughlin.
She's
Great girl.
awesome.
Yep.
She is a
Not
great
Very
girl.
yet
nice.
done a deal with Kelly yet.
No, she is actually currently working on her first deal as we speak. And
Wow.
helping her with
Nice.
some dot loop stuff.
Congratulations.
How many phone calls have you gotten
For
from the deal? Hey, what
from-
do I do? What do I do? What do I
lots.
do?
And it's okay. That's
Yeah.
my job.
Hey, on your
That's
first
the
deal, you
Yeah,
you
you
write your
need
first
help.
deal, make as many calls as
And
possible.
you and I, all of us real estate agents out there know, lease and rentals are the biggest pain sometimes. And she's working on a lease for her
Right.
first deal.
But sometimes they can be the best clients.
The
I have
clients
found.
are great.
Well, yeah, the people in it
Yeah,
are
it's not the
great,
people.
but the process,
The process
Yeah.
when there's not
for lease or lease
necessarily a
options and
standard all the time.
Right.
It all looks a
not
little
easy.
different, and
It can be
especially-
very quick. It can be
It can
a little
be
bit
very long.
slow. Yeah.
Right.
a lot of Tylenol.
Right. But she's doing great.
Liquor.
She's jumping right
Well,
in
good
there.
for her because sometimes those are a pain in the butt.
It's a great way to
Get
start,
get
though.
get the pain in the butt out of the way, so
Right.
you
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of know what to do.
First
On the
offer I
next
ever
one.
wrote was a lease purchase. Well, first offer I ever wrote, like, when I, basically, yeah. And I spent,
Wait,
I
what
spent
is it
like,
again?
What? Yeah.
no, I got no reason for
Yeah.
a whole backstory, but first offer I ever wrote was a crazy lease purchase. And it was like, I remember that client because I spent $500 trying to make $300 on that lease
Oh,
purchase.
Yep. I've
I
done
mean, I was
that.
driving, like Rome and
I've done that.
Good Lord.
many
In Italy,
times.
not here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You're
Rome.
flying.
everywhere.
Rome,
Flying.
you know,
Yeah.
because we
Privately.
use our Ohio license there.
Yeah. Yes.
Of
In
course.
Italy? Yeah.
Is that,
yeah,
is that reciprocity
there's a city
in Italy?
named Ohio.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
There's reciprocity in Italy.
No, it was tough though. And then I've never done another lease ever. Well, I mean, except for the ones
Except
I
yesterday.
That's different because they're hard. They're really hard, and
Right.
I focus my
Well, the
energy
thing is,
somewhere
how I
else.
look at leases is,
But I learned a lot
You know what?
on that.
We're here. Obviously, we're here to make money, right? And when you
And build relationships.
yeah, and build relationships, and we all do
Drink
this for
beer.
a living. But sometimes when that gets thrown in your lap, the motivation kind of goes away. Especially if you've been in the industry for 5 to 10 years, and you look at a lease, it's like, okay, you're ready to hand it off to somebody else,
Absolutely.
and that is the truth. you
They're
know?
great
It's-
learning. Here's what I'll say though: they are great learning experiences for new agents, though.
I agree.
They really are, and this is why I back to your point, way back. As a new agent, I think that one of the things, in addition to the test, is you should be underneath someone or a
Yes.
team
Some
or
type of
something.
mentorship.
If you should not be taking care of clients on your own.
No, not right away.
No.
I had a wonderful, and he's a good friend of mine to this day, Sean Kennedy out there at Berkshire. He is the one who really trained me. He's the one who, you had a question, hey Sean, what do I do here? How do I fill this out? And he'd be there helping me. And without
He's a
him, I
really
would
nice
not
guy.
be. I love Sean.
So-
He's amazing.
Brokerage to brokerage, training is a big topic.
That's
Yes.
the biggest thing. That's why
Yeah.
I think it should take more to get your license because people go to classes
And they
for
have no
6
clue what
weeks.
they're doing.
Then they get to a brokerage, and a lot of places don't help them
They don't.
Nothing.
You're not trained.
unless you want to
No.
pony up
Here's
money
the
to get out.
contract. Here's the agency disclosure. Read it and know it.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
Fill
Yeah,
out
they don't
the
teach you
little
that in
blanks.
school.
You
They
can't-
teach you. They
you
teach you the
can't
laws. They teach you the stuff.
Learn
that
at
you
your
can and
client's
can't do.
expense.
Right.
No.
That just can't happen.
And that's
No.
exactly what happens.
Yeah, they don't
Yes.
teach you how to be a real estate agent
That's cool.
in class.
Yeah.
That's really. I did not see that. Where the
Is there
hell
a
is that?
squirrel
been?
over there?
Wow.
hell?
Yeah,
I've
Remember?
never seen that.
You've
What,
never
the
seen
drawing?
that big drawing?
It used to be
The
back
drawing
Yeah,
that's
it used
in
to be-
every episode
Every
that we've
episode.
done thus far.
Wow.
Well, now we know why we don't play anything.
Wait,
on
it's
that
always
TV.
right here.
Oh my! No, it's
He'd
been
be
back here. It's been
distracted.
to the side.
Yeah, it's been.
Oh, but you
my
had like
God.
all these. You had umbrellas all over.
Oh
Remember?
my God! Umbrellas.
Are you
Yeah.
sure that that's
We're
just
going-
Coca-Cola?
We're going back to the umbrella
Are
episode.
you
Why
sure
did
that there's not
halfway-
some rum in there?
Actually,
Why
Jeffrey,
is your
that's
voice
actually
changed?
located in Italy. That's called the creation of animals.
Because I can change my voice.
Because he's allowed.
All right, so
Yes,
we're gonna
exactly.
like with our every guest that we bring in here, we always want to get to know them, a little bit more, just what they do on their off time. So we have a list of questions.
Okay.
Yeah. And you guys can answer this as well as you look at your phone during the podcast. I have no idea how you can even see that with those glasses right
Actually, if anybody wonders why I do this, it's because I'm
'Cause you're
trying to get
looking
through the
through.
slits.
now. Yeah.
So,
He's like, what's up?
yes.
He's like,
What's up?
What up, Jeffrey? I see you now.
I can see it through this.
all right, so, and we're gonna have like fancy music in the background
Oh, cool.
right now.
Brought to you by
Brought to you-
Carducci and
oh my
Chris
God.
Fancy
Media.
music.
How about TG Media Productions?
What is this?
We'll
Oh
edit
my
him out
gosh!
again.
All right, so we are gonna get to know. We are gonna get to know Breanna McCormick with McCormick Electric Estate Professional Realty. Boom! That's
did
twice
it.
in a row.
I'm sorry, sir. What?
Exactly. You just stuttered and I didn't. All right, so first question: go out to the movies, or are you a Netflix person?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yes.
What do you like? What do you like? What do you
Top
watch
show.
on Netflix? Yeah.
Like action, adventure,
Yeah?
war.
Okay. Why not go out to the theater?
Because the chairs aren't comfortable.
Are you serious?
What?
Have you
Most of them
seen?
are
Have you
not.
been
They
to
got
the
No,
theater?
no, no, no.
You can
I'll
like
Do
chill
you-
like this.
Do you see
only
how
half
far
of the
I am?
theaters have them. Okay.
All right, listen. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been in one movie
Every
theater that was, like,
movie
really
theater has
comfortable.
recliners now. It's you
Yeah,
don't have
they're
a
like
choice
big
but to
leather
be.
recliners.
That
Go to
just
Regal.
tells you how long it's been since I've been
Actually,
in the theater.
Atlas over by the mall has a lot of theirs that do have recliners.
But here's
Really?
the here's the only
Oh,
thing
yeah.
I don't like. When
and
you're-
I think they just.
the only thing I
and
don't like
leather.
about moving in those leather chairs, it's so loud. Like when you're
Oh,
moving
yeah,
in the
they make
chairs.
In the pleather.
in the
Leather.
pleather.
Blood around the
Jeff,
leather.
Netflix or movies?
Pardon?
Netflix or go out to the movies?
Go out to the movies
Yeah.
because you're out of. Well, see, I'm not married though. She is.
Well, that doesn't matter if you're
It does
married.
matter. No, it
Why
does
does it matter?
Because me being single, if I go out to the movies, that means we're going out. We're having a great time all night, right? We're out of the house.
Oh, I like to go out. We're
But
talking about
when
the
you're
movie
married,
theater.
it's over.
movie's not exactly.
Whatever.
It's over. It's over.
It is
Timmy
not
G.
over.
Timmy G is a movie guru. I know
Oh my
his
God.
answer.
He's
gonna
always at
want
the
to go
movies.
to the movies, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking movies, I'm going to the movies.
100% he goes to
Yeah,
movies.
if we're talking shows, I'm talking Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime.
I went to the movies with Tim one time. He's like, "All right, the previews start at 6:10. I want you to be there at 6:05 so we don't miss it. And if you want popcorn, you better get there early because of the long line."
I did
All right,
not
go.
say that because I don't eat popcorn.
No, you were just.
It's a true story.
we were
I
just talking about
actually
me.
got
Snow
live
caps.
video of it.
Snow caps.
His brother works there also.
Yes.
So now he used to always go to
Oh
movies.
yeah, that's right.
Now his brother works there. He's like, Carducci got free tickets.
What? It's his
I'm like,
pennies for me
your
driving
brother
his ass
smuggling
around
me in the
all
back
the
door is
time,
not
okay?
Like you see these.
This
Do the
is
right
called
thing.
Big Brother to Little
You
Brother.
see these Endgame
Hazing.
tickets right here? Yeah.
Yeah. See these
They're worth a lot of
Endgame
money.
tickets.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
still
you see
haven't
them?
seen that movie.
A1 steak sauce on the steak or no A1 steak?
Depends on where I'm getting the steak from.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
A1.
You know what? It was
I'm a
question.
foodie, you dicks.
It was a normal question.
No,
It was.
I'm
I
a
didn't know there
foodie.
was. I probably put mine on the side.
Simple yes or no would have been fine, but
A1 sauce on the side.
On the side.
A1 on the sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, me, I don't use A1 on any of my steaks. If I'm at a restaurant, I will not do it. I feel like that's disrespect to the cook.
That's
right?
why I said. depends
Now,
on where I'm going.
It doesn't matter where I'm going. I
So-
still don't do it. But if I'm
There's
reheating
certain
steak,
restaurants I don't care.
if I am reheating steak, you better give me all the A1 steak sauce you can find because I am
The only way that
drowning
you
that
eat,
bitch in it.
yeah, the only way that you eat reheated steak is with A1
Yeah.
or in a wrap.
So if
there
a
you go.
chef makes you a burger, according to what you just said, you can't even put ketchup on that sucker because that would be disrespecting him.
Yes. What about your ketchup
Next
lovers out
question.
there?
Dude, first off, we're
I
talking
just
about
made it
steak.
real.
Yeah.
I just
okay?
made it real.
We're talking about steak. We're not talking about a burger. Okay.
So if you get lobster, do you
A
dip it in the
burger.
butter?
All right, eating a burger with ketchup
That's
is
different.
normal.
That's different. No.
normal.
See, this is why my answer was the way it was, is because it depends on where you go, of whether or not I will actually get
question.
the A1.
Just want to let everyone know I'm working on my second Zillow call right now that I have to pass out because I'm on the podcast.
Well, he's gonna get slapped in the head for that.
We'll make sure we edit that part once this call goes through. All right, next question. Road trip or fly me there?
Oh, good question.
Depends where you're going. I mean,
No, it doesn't. You're on a road trip, baby.
Are we going
It's a
overseas
freaking
or
road
no?
trip.
it depends on how much time you have to be gone.
She's been hanging around Tim too long.
I guess more of the question is it depends on who you're with.
That
It's a
too.
good call.
Yeah, that's a good call too.
If I'm with that
Fly me there so I
blankety
can
blank,
escape really
Wow.
I want to be in a plane.
Oh, whatever. Whatever. You would love a road trip with me.
That's not a true
Oh,
statement.
That is a
geez.
totally true
All right,
statement.
so if you were with cool people,
cool people.
yeah.
You know, like us
I've
three
been with
minus him.
such cool people.
Us
and
three
flown
minus
somewhere
me?
and then
What?
cruised.
If you were with us three,
Minus
You
10.
three.
Yeah.
would you rather fly me there or road trip?
Wow. Road
We'll
tripping could be
podcast the
exciting.
entire way.
The entire way. Okay. Well,
And
hold
we're
on.
in Tim's Honda that doesn't go past 35 miles.
Fly.
an
It
hour.
does too go
Flying.
past 35. You guys
Flying.
are dicks.
Oh.
It's just
Downhill.
because it's a hybrid.
Downhill.
Wow.
As long
Like
as
I'm
I
on
can sit
Grand
in the
Tour
front
or
seat,
something.
Because I get car sick.
No, yep, you're good. If these guys are short
Okay,
enough
so
to fit in the back anyway, if we can put
sounds
all
like-
the luggage in,
sounds
and
like
then
road
fit
trip
them
it
in.
Everything.
I'll just
Jeff.
jump in her handbag.
Jeff,
sir.
road trip, fly me there.
Fly me there.
Road trip. Yeah, I'll drive
You know
all
what?
day, every day.
Fly me there. Fly me there because as soon as I get there,
Dude, like when you go
That's
to
when the party
Vegas, if you
starts.
fly, there in like 3.5, 4 hours.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm going to a destination like Vegas,
No, there's
I am
no
flying
Yeah,
stipulation.
you
there.
fly there. You do not
I do not
drive.
drive there.
No.
Right.
No.
Because how exactly am I going to get home? Okay, I'm
Who
going to have to
drives to
recover
Vegas?
for
You know
4
what?
days
I'm gonna
and
wait.
then drive.
I'm gonna wait 17 hours to have fun. Like, who
No. You fly.
It's like you're on the phone to someone and you're on your way to
If
Florida
I'm going to
driving.
Indiana, I'm driving.
I'll be there in 21
Exactly.
more
Okay,
hours.
if I'm going to Kentucky,
Okay,
I'm
first
going to
off,
New
if
York,
you're going
I'm going
to
to
Indiana-
Washington, D.C.
Exactly.
I'm
you're
driving.
going to Indiana?
I just went to
Okay,
DC
you know
this
what?
weekend. I drove.
Does it take
Fly.
10 hours to get to Indiana? Oh, that's fine.
Depends
I'm
what
okay
part
with
of
that.
Indiana. I'm still
Yeah,
flying.
yeah. If you go over to the other side of the state,
That's true.
It'll take you.
It's true. If I'm going to a Notre Dame game, give me there. Actually, no, fly me there right
Yeah,
now.
it just depends on
Dude,
the
it takes 40
You
minutes.
didn't give
to
me
get
the
to
option of
Chicago on a
helicopter
plane.
though.
40.
You didn't give me the option of helicopter.
Oh, okay. That's
Personal
flying.
jet.
That's flying.
personal jet.
Wait a
No,
minute.
that's
Different
not flying.
story.
That's helicopter.
Wait,
That's
what about
different.
my Segway? Can I drive my Segway there?
Yes, Forrest.
You know what? You can drive a Segway
Yes,
just as
12
long as
mile
you
range.
drive it
Yeah.
sober. Because last time you drove it drunk, you fell off, broke
Oh,
both
dude,
your
that
elbows.
accident I had camping,
Broke both his elbows.
What?
my ribs and my neck and my body, my pride was not
This
touched.
didn't actually. What did you,
He actually missed the pod. No, you didn't miss the podcast. He,
No, I was camping that
he
week.
was good. He was good. He was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
How'd you not know about my horrific accident?
Oh my god.
We're in my cabin, like 20 of us. This dude's playing guitar, singing. We're all drinking non-alcoholic beverages at 4 in the morning.
Of course.
non-alcoholic, of course,
I don't. Yeah.
because you don't fall from alcohol.
I mean, what else would you
do in
a cabin that's filled
fall
with
from
20
the
people?
non-alcoholic
So you're
ones.
ruining
And
my
you have a
story.
Segway.
So I was really tired from drinking all those non-alcoholic beverages, but I wanted to show how fast my Segway was. So I did, and then
With
I
a
showed how
room-
fast
with a
a
room full
human
of
can
20
fly
people.
through the air.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What was the noise that came out of his mouth?
So no one had their
Because
camera
I actually
rolling.
know what noise it was.
No one had their cell phone on when
Nobody.
that happened.
Seriously?
That is
Actually, on Facebook, there is a meme of some guy getting flown over.
That was me.
All right, well, that is the Get to Know You section brought to you by
Coca-Cola.
White Claw.
Bourbon.
All right. Thank you, White Claw, for sponsoring that.
That was nice. They sent over like 7 cases because we
Yeah, that was
mentioned them.
They
really
sent
nice of
actually
them.
7
Podcast.
cases,
They
or
all
maybe
love it.
maybe just 7 White Claws.
That was pretty cool.
Thank you, anyways, for sponsoring that. And I think Tim wants to say something about really expensive homes. What do you got?
Yeah, I've got actually a couple of topics that I'd like to go over. One, has anybody gone to any of the new restaurants?
Wait, time
in the area?
out. That wasn't even your question.
I know.
It was
I know.
about the most expensive house.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I have both pulled up here, so let's go. I can do 2 things at once. All right. What do you think that the most expensive home on
What do you
the
think?
Hamilton-
389 million.
Wrong.
560 million.
Wrong.
114 million.
You were actually the closest.
Whoa.
Lame.
It is currently 195 million.
Whose house is that?
It would be the CEO
Michael Caine's.
of Spanish Language Broadcast Network Univision.
And explain to me who the hell is going to buy that. Seriously.
It's
What
in
government?
LA, first
what
of all.
government's going to buy that?
Beyonce.
Yeah, it's a French chateau-style estate in Los Angeles Bel Air neighborhood.
I want to fly there immediately,
Recently-
get my
hold up.
license,
How much
sell
do you
it at
guys-
7% and retire.
So this is kind of a in-depth question, but normal price reductions. What
For
what do
$200
we
million
all think-
home?
They're dropping 20 million.
No, no, no.
3,000. 3,000.
What do you think that they
No,
dropped it
10%.
recently?
Well, it's got to be 10%, so that would be 170. Wait, no, 17 million.
Really? I was going to say 170. What?
Yeah, I'd say
50
20.
mil.
Oh,
Okay,
I was
that's a
gonna
good
say
price
20,
reduction.
25 mil.
Recently got a $50 million price chop.
Well, good.
Okay,
They're
that
all
is
still the
free.
most expensive.
that is more than 10%.
residence.
Hey, this
Okay,
just
that is
in.
awful.
Zillow,
That is an
Zillow's
awful
estimate
agent
is
if you're
1 million
dropping
for the
your
house.
price
Yeah, right.
50 million
The A
and you're
in
listed at
Zillow
200
stands
million.
For accurate, correct?
That's ridiculous. That's awful.
Yeah, right?
That's an awful agent. I'm just letting you know.
Fast one.
So you want to know a really fun fact,
It's like
Jeffrey?
a slip and slide.
I brought these just for you.
Hey, you brought my socks?
I did because I didn't wear crazy socks today. I just wore normal socks. So I brought them just in case you called me out, and you never did. So
I didn't see him.
It's laundry day. He might need those socks.
I know it's Jeffrey's
Not laundry day
It's my
today.
laundry.
No,
day,
it's
too.
not
Actually,
Jeffrey's
it is.
laundry
I gotta
day.
pick it up on the way out. So it is laundry
You
day.
have to pick it up on the way home. Where do you do that from?
Just get the laundry mat. It's like $35. Do they fold it and hang everything up and everything?
Seriously?
Seriously?
What laundry mat?
Why
What
has
have I
this
been
not
doing
been?
my whole life?
Yeah, why has
Who
this not been
go-
advertised?
First off,
I
who
was
goes
just-
to the laundry mat?
I was just talking
Alright.
about this. No, you just dropped
I
the
mean,
stuff
some
off.
people
Hold
do
up,
it.
wait a minute. I can sell my washing machine and dryer.
Yeah, I got 2 sets. And I use them just for my blankets.
Those
and stuff.
things are
bought a
flipping
set of-
expensive.
I still got yours
Yeah.
too.
Oh my
Tell me about
God,
it. We just bought 2 new ones.
35 bucks. And how much laundry
did?
did you drop off?
apparently
Because
you can
I'm
just use
guessing
a
it was
laundromat.
quite a bit.
Like 4 loads and all my shirts. So, you know, someone else is now folding my undies as we speak. Kudos to underwear folder. Appreciate it. Remember, crease. this way.
Why have they not capitalized on that?
I'm never telling anyone
Oh
where I
my
get it done
gosh.
because I don't want them being overwhelmed with business.
You want your stuff
Thank
done.
you, thank you, Jeff Carducci sales team, for letting us know that someone else folds your underwear.
Yes.
Left to right.
That
Left to
is
right.
a normal every week thing, by the way.
Okay,
Yes.
so McCormick, Legacy Estate Professional Realty. Boom.
Boom.
He's getting better.
So
I'm
how
so
does
excited. Listen, before you get going, I'm so excited to have another great agent. I mean, Manor is a tough market. I'm sure you're learning.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's a different market.
especially
you have-
coming from Ashtabula.
okay? Half my
area out.
Facebook friends
you
are
have
realtors.
some of the
Yeah,
biggest
seriously.
agents in the state of Ohio in Lake County.
Yep. That's,
So
yep.
I have
Right.
1,000
see-
mutual friends with Jeff Carducci, and they're all realtors.
if you can succeed here, which you will, you can succeed anywhere. You'll be fine.
Thank you.
I'm excited about it.
Thank you. It's
Okay,
exciting.
so now, and a good question here. So how do you set yourself apart from other brokers? You're the new kid on the block.
New kid on the block.
Yeah.
Well, we can't talk about commission prices online because that's the
Correct.
Sherman anti-fraud.
Oh, yes,
or what is
you
it? Sherman
can.
antitrust. I know.
You would know better.
RESPA.
Yeah, I
I was
would
gonna say we should. Okay, we should test the
So-
broker. Test the.
No, don't test the broker.
Yes, absolutely. Test the broker.
No. So there's a little bit of a leeway with that. It is a little bit a part of it. I actually had a client today that I was like, oh, this is a benefit. And they're like, we really don't care. We like you. We want to work with you. So even if you were doing how you did things with a different broker, we still would be.
So do you
working with
raise the commission back up? Like,
No,
oh, you're gonna hire me anyway?
No.
All right, sounds good. 10%.
12 and a half.
I also
Just don't tell them and do it.
That would be so bad.
She kind of wants to
joking,
keep her
by the
license,
way.
she said.
I want to keep my clients.
You told me to do it.
Yeah, that'd be bad. I don't charge a buyer broker or a seller broker fee. So you have buyers.
Wait.
out there.
Whoa,
Yeah.
You
whoa.
don't
Nope.
charge
Nope.
a fee to do the transaction.
You
No.
mean she doesn't charge a
The
bogus fee?
administration fee.
The admin
Yeah,
fee.
the admin
I
fee,
still have-
the
I still
have-
technology
Yep.
fee.
Okay,
the
first off, you would be
broker
the
fee.
only
The
broker
fee-
that I know that does not charge that. So
Yeah, it does not have a broker fee.
That's
Yeah,
something
so
different.
buyers are literally 100% free when I represent them.
Wow.
I
Wow.
charge to them zero.
that is a game changer, I think.
Yeah.
$500, $500, $300, $300.
I
Heck
kind of
yeah.
look
Still.
at it as the VA won't allow you to have an administration or a buyer broker or a seller broker fee.
Good
There's
point.
a reason for it.
Well, you can. It's just the
Best
other
for the
person
vets.
pays for it, right?
They just have to
Yeah.
pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone,
Well, you
someone-
normally get paid for
someone
the
pays
closing
for it.
costs or whatever. That's too much business to talk about.
Wait. So okay,
Plus, that's
all
like
right.
13
But I
loads of
think I know,
laundry.
but I think that's a great way to set yourself
It's like,
apart.
what?
That's a game changer.
13 loads of
Yeah.
laundry, did you just say?
He did.
Yeah, I caught that. I just wanted to make sure that that's what I heard.
So we like Jeff said and I said, I think all my friends are realtors, and one of those friends are probably looking to be a broker, right? Starting their own stuff. It could be
I
Jeff.
talk with people all the
It could
time.
be Timmy G.
Yeah.
What advice would you give those individuals?
Take your time. Don't rush. Have a game plan. Give yourself a solid year to make that game plan happen. Between your testing period, your classes, filing your LLC, getting all the state paperwork done and everything in order. Give yourself a solid year and take your time.
I think coming up with a business plan is going to be important before you even get started
Yeah.
with
I
your
was dealing with the state.
It's frustrating. Just
how so.
there is such a lapse in communication. I would have to say.
Just
Yeah,
that's
I'm
it.
not allowed to
Just
say it.
You're not
No.
allowed to say it.
not allowed to say.
Moving on.
Moving on.
That's it. Bad communication.
Oh. No, there was I can understand how that's frustrating. There's an agent I know, and he's not here right now. We'll just call him Jim.
He's
Jim.
not right here right now.
He's not
He's
here.
not here. It's a guy I know named Jim.
Oh my goodness.
Jim.
Do
Yeah.
not do this. No. We're
Last,
done with
last,
this topic.
last name Bufretta with a B.
No.
Well, I'm nothing. We're moving on. I don't even have a story, to be
All
honest.
right. Tour guide Barbie is. All right, great.
Tour guide Barbie.
Yes, I'm known as tour guide Barbie.
Okay.
Yes, one of my clients
Why
is
are
now
you
a
admitting to
lender.
that? He's like, I'm known as tour guide Barbie. I'm
He's
just like,
proud.
I am proud of this shit. They're just mad because I'm pretty. That's all.
Okay, well, what can we expect from your brokerage, let's say in the next year or so?
Hopefully some really great success stories on where that 10% is gone.
Yeah.
Literally trying to purchase a house for that missionary couple that I mentioned earlier in
that
the
would be
show.
cool.
The goal is $45,000, and that gives them something more than the current one room, no sink and bathroom, no stove and kitchen home
Wow.
that they're living in now. And they've dedicated their lives to changing hundreds of other lives in a whole culture.
You said that this is a missionary couple?
Out in Thailand.
Wow.
Also know a couple out in, I actually helped them with one of their sales recently in Mexico. And there's just so much going on around the world that I want to do, like I want to help with. And I want to help people who have given their lives to change other people's lives, because I feel like that just multiplies from there on out. So I hope to expect some really great success stories on how the brokerage has really transformed people's lives.
Well,
That's cool.
I think that's pretty amazing that you're willing to do that for anyone that you help with. 10%, as far as the commission goes, is a lot of money to some people. So for you to just kind of go ahead and just do it, just out of the kindness of your heart, or that's your goal, I think that's pretty awesome. I think we all need to kind of look at you as a mentor in that nature, being able to just give up what we work hard for someone else who's less
Awesome
less
that you're
fortunate.
giving back, especially to such misfortune.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a completely completely different world
Well,
over there.
look at the
It is.
big picture of it, and even if
Even
it's
in
only
the
one
poorest parts of America, it's
even if it's
nowhere
only
near
one
what
person-
Thailand is.
that you help, if it's only one person that you change their life, right? That one person can be responsible for the cure for cancer.
Right.
Right.
Indirectly, like it could be
anything.
their children or
Yeah.
them, or
Yeah.
but just one person. So
Just helping one person can make them
Yeah.
go on and do amazing things.
Yeah.
Just even if it is helping just a handful of people. Yep, you just helped one person who helped a handful.
Well, I myself went through a difficult time in life, and at one point in my life, I was on food stamps and Medicaid with a 4-year college degree, hard work ethic, wasn't out there drinking and partying and going crazy, literally worked nonstop. And if
paid
it
off.
weren't, it paid off. And if it weren't for the kind hearts and the good hearts out there and the people who did step out to help me and who to this day will still be there to help me make a next step forward, I would not be where I am today. So the least I can do is see that one person out there or those other people out there that if they just had a little bit, if they just had a little push forward, they could change the world.
Well, I'm happy you kind of shared that. I never knew you went through something like that. So I think for people to hear that, and they see how successful you are now, but to hear that from where you were, I think that's important.
Yeah.
Especially important for people who's trying to be a broker or
Right.
to becoming something, whatever, as far as business goes. So I think this. I always look at it as the sweet isn't as sweet without the sour.
Right.
So once you
Bittersweet.
kind of feel that pain when you succeed, it's just that much better. So
Yeah, and it's humbling. It
Yeah.
keeps you humble.
for sure.
If you all you did was succeed nonstop throughout life, you would pride yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
would
wouldn't
think
be
that
humble.
You accomplished this. Only you did this. Well, guess what? There's a whole lot of other people behind you that have helped you get to that point.
I think you learn more in failure than you do success.
Absolutely.
Oh my God,
Oh,
That'd
absolutely.
be horrible if
God.
I never failed.
I've screwed up so many times.
We all have.
Yeah.
We all have.
It's a way of life.
Human nature.
Oh,
Right.
jeez.
It's not how you screw up; it's what you do after. You know?
It's funny because like I remember how many times I screwed up and I can just laugh at it. Like what the
You
what
look
the-
back
right.
and you're
like
like,
what the
yeah.
hell
was
were
I
you
doing?
thinking? Well, so I'm gonna go over our final thought. Timmy G is back with his sunglasses. I don't know if he's able to see us, but
Oh, I can see you just fine.
all right.
You all can't see
We
me,
can't see
Your
and
you.
sock,
that's
hey,
the
your
problem.
Tim, your sock
He's
fell
like,
down.
I know how you're.
Tim's
all
like, you
feeling."
can't see me because I'm
Sock fell
invisible.
down.
What sock?
Exactly. Wear socks. You're a professional man.
All right,
I do have socks on.
Timmy G, what do you got for a final thought?
Final thought. Are we talking real estate? What?
Joe,
what are we talking?
This is
Oh,
Tim. This is Tour Guy Barbie's first episode ever, and we never do a final thought.
All right, fine. Final thought is
Like, are
I
we on
need
a
to get
podcast?
to some of the new restaurants in the area, and go Browns. That's
Nice. Jeffrey.
I thought that Breanna McCormick was a little taller. I did,
I think that
Just
the
like a little
heels
bit.
help.
She's so tall.
but I don't think that would help. That would mean she's
No.
Oh, you thought
no,
I was
no.
taller
That
with
what?
With
You know, the one
taller
thing
than I
that-
am now?
the
Taller
one
than
thing-
she is now.
Oh my!
Oh.
The
She's
one
like
thing
a
that
foot
you
and a
will
half
never
taller
have-
than you.
The one thing you'll ever have with her is you will never ever see eye to eye with her. So I would
Oh,
just,
yeah, no.
just don't do it.
I gotta be
Even
nice
if she
to her
doesn't
'cause
have
she's a
shoes
broker
on,
and
she
everything.
still looks over your head.
I'm 5'9" ish, something like that.
Well,
5'9".
Tim's allegedly 5'9".
Yeah, see.
Well, if you measure from the top of his hair down. Oh, anyway, my final thought is
You're just mad because I can pull off
He
the
is
ball.
not
okay?
5'9". I will. He's
if he's
not
5'9",
5'9".
yeah, that,
You
I
guys,
wish he's
you
5'9".
guys measured him. He's definitely not 5'9".
We measured him behind his
You're
back.
not 5'9". That is
Yeah,
that is an
that's
absolute
because they're
lie.
making a
Okay,
mannequin of
I
me.
want you. If you're 5'9",
We're making a
They're
line
making
up,
a mannequin
line
of
up
me.
back to
5'9",
back with
stand
Breanna
up.
McCormick, Legacy Estates, Professional Realty, and then we'll see who's taller.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
do it right now.
No, well, no.
Oh, does she have to take
I
her
just-
shoes off?
I don't think.
Yeah, that's
I
Her
don't
feet
think.
might
I think
stand.
Brianna's too
Yeah, they
tall.
Might, they might
I
stay.
see her head might not fit in the.
Well,
I may have to zoom
honestly,
out.
my
Camera.
my final thoughts for real are I'm excited to have a new broker in town, new company in town. There's plenty of room for all of us.
Yeah.
And she brings a good attitude and a good spirit, good work ethic in real estate. I've never heard anything bad about her.
Aw,
So I'm
thank
excited
you.
about it.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Good to
B,
know.
what do you got for a final thought? How do you like being on the cast with
That
us?
is awesome. Can I come back?
Absolutely.
Very
Not.
cool. It was
Absolutely.
fun.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
It was fun. Yeah, thank you for having me. It was a great opportunity, and I appreciate what you guys are doing and getting out there and talking with everybody.
Are we gonna have our special guest stop in?
Next week or today?
No, right now.
Oh, okay, we will. But I just
I don't know if you
want
wanna
to
say
touch on my final thought. I'd like to thank Breanna McCormick, Legacy Estates, Professional Realty. Boom!
Ooh.
For
Wow, it
stopping
only
in the
took him
show.
all take to get
Boom.
that.
Dude, I've been on fire the last 8 times I've said that. So,
Yeah.
I agree.
Maybe
congratulations.
Maybe in your head.
Congratulations on the new brokerage, new company, and we
Yeah,
are going to have a grand opening for Brianna's office here in about a month or so.
Yeah, we
right?
better have
Yeah, something like
invites.
that.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay,
You guys
so
can come, you can podcast.
We're
from
all
there.
about we're all about supporting each other, especially since we're all realtors.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter what brokerage we all.
And I wanna
work
thank
together.
Timmy G for coming back on his hiatus.
Thank you,
He goes
Timmy.
on these lulls.
I missed
thank you for
so
bringing
much.
those
These
bright.
lulls. I have
Thank you.
responsibilities.
Thank you for bringing those sunglasses. And Jeff Carducci, as always, with his sunglasses. Thank you so much, and we will see you guys next
For
week.
the victory lap though.
Peace out.
Whoa, whoa.
Camera
They ain't
one.
never seen
Good.
nothing like
Two.
this before.
Nice job.
Lit the room when I came
You
through
guys
the
are
front door.
amazing
Ask
job.
me if I
You
should
guys
sell
really
some.
do
Whoa.
just stand there
Chilling in
so
the trees,
still.
please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands, and stormy shore seasons in the